Monday's.
Monday's Raw.
Should we go with Raw first?
I go Raw. We go chronologically.
Yeah, I watched Raw this week. I watched pretty much the whole thing.
From Aaron.
Yeah, I think it's the first Raw I've watched since we've like live that we've
In full, yeah.
I've in full. Like I was playing some games at one point and switched off when I got a bit boring. Like I didn't turn it off. It was just
It's that mid.
It's
of the
yeah.
hour
It's
when
just like
there's just filler crap in the mid hour.
Because
time
an hour and a half in, you want to be watching like the peak. You don't want to be watching like Slater get squashed. You know what I mean?
Yeah, because you're used to 2 hours, like back in the day when it was 2 hours, when it was a 2 hour Raw. At an hour and a half in, that's when the good stuff would happen.
Yeah, exactly.
And
like that last half.
an hour's the most filler.
2.5
possible. Like with the depleted
later.
roster that they have in terms of the mid card and lower mid card, and the fact that they have a 3 hour show is mind boggling to me. And I'll never understand. Obviously, I do understand that it's a money ploy, like the money them and USA Network get from the 3 hour time slot.
Oh yeah, definitely.
As a fan, you want 2 hours because 3 hours is too much.
Mm-hmm.
It's too much to book.
Yeah, it is. If they move this back to 2 hours and then make SmackDown a better show, that's how you do
Hopefully they'll head in that direction 2015.
Yeah. So it started off with, as we predicted, the anonymous Raw General Manager coming back.
Yes, Brad Maddox.
And then
Hornswoggle it is.
Hornswoggle.
I mean, we got revealed as Hornswoggle.
Eric Bischoff.
Dark days.
Yeah, and then I can't remember if I think it was.
Was he Vince's son as well?
I think Cena. Hornswoggle, yeah. So Cena came down to Cena came down and just started chatting as
his usual stuff.
yeah,
it was a usual John Cena.
Yeah, in fairness, it wasn't a bad promo. I might have actually laughed once or twice. And then Seth Rollins comes there. Basically, Seth Rollins came down. Then it was pretty
promo
much
was good.
more and more. Yeah, like it was a nice to and fro from Rollins and Cena. You know, it was pretty good. It kept my interest.
Yeah.
And then
I thought Rollins held his own as well.
Yeah,
he
yeah.
Come
like
out with some lines such as, "Why doesn't Batista come back? Be the GM. He sucked at wrestling. I'm sure he'll suck at being the general manager." That was a
yeah, it was just like
funny
you know,
line there.
yeah, because it's not
It's
really
true as well.
breaking the fourth wall, but it's almost getting there.
It's a little bit of kayfabe,
Yeah.
but like, not too much.
Basically, what happened there was one by one an authority, member of Team Authority from Survivor Series, and then a member of Team Cena would just come out one by one, and then like it just led to the Authority getting on top and putting Cena through a table.
Yeah, well, no.
Yeah.
It was basically like one guy from Team Authority will come out, one guy from Team Cena will come out. Like you ended up with them all out there at one point.
Yeah, and the anonymous GM made quite a big match actually for TLC, hoping it won't be the main event, but it'll still be a good match regardless. It'll be John Cena and Seth Rollins in a tables match.
I'm looking forward to that.
I think it'll be a good match.
As long as there's a main event, man. We need the TLC match to main event.
If John Cena loses, then
Not
he
the
is no
tables
longer the number one contender.
Get in.
Right, that stipulation is good and all if he lost, but I just don't see him losing.
I think he will.
If he's going to lose...
John Cena, as much as people say he doesn't put over talent, he's put quite a few people over in tables matches, so I've got a bit of faith.
Yeah.
I think
because you can win a tables match without even looking good.
Yeah, exactly.
I hope he curb stomps him through a table. That'd be pretty.
Oh, he might do, man. Get him in a turnbuckle, put his head. Yeah, that'd be a good finish.
Well, do you know, like when what's his name, Seth Rollins curb stomped Brock Lesnar? Do you think they're gonna make anything out of that?
What,
do you think they're going to revisit that at any stage?
When did he do that?
Yeah, Night of Champions.
Night of Champions when he's
do you remember the finish?
The briefcase.
I think we watched it in Near Delphi, and we were like, that just made Rollins look like $1 million.
Can't even remember that.
Yeah.
Was it Night of Champions you watched in the Delphi?
Yeah.
I thought. Yeah.
We did.
I don't even remember the finish, man. What was the match?
It was Lesnar versus Cena, wasn't it? And Rollins came down to cash in.
Oh yeah.
It was just a big clusterfuck on the.
Oh yeah.
Dean Ambrose came in the taxi.
Yeah, Ambrose pops up the taxi.
That was it. Yeah, I remember now.
Remember that one now.
Yeah,
great finish.
You know, I don't know why I can't remember these things. So next up was a tag team turmoil to decide the number one contenders for the tag team championship.
It's got a lot of time, you know.
Yeah,
went through 2 ad breaks.
I thought it was just very pointless though.
It
was good.
Started off
Miz and Mizdow, wasn't it?
Mizdow versus
no, it
Lost
wasn't
Champions.
Usos.
Was it?
Lost Matadors started off.
Was it Lost Matadors and
the New Day? Yeah.
No, was it Golden Stardust?
No, it wasn't.
No, Golden Stardust versus Matadors.
Yeah.
And then the Golden Stardust versus Matadors.
Yeah.
and then
A New Day came
New
out,
Day came out.
Now-
and they won.
They eliminated the Golden Stardust, didn't they?
Now, New Day, what do we think? Like, we saw the promos. What do we think
Yeah, the
about them
promo's
actually?
really good, but I didn't like the execution. I'm sorry. It just the theme music they had.
Yeah.
They need the theme music.
New theme, new
Because
attire.
that was just the music to the promos, that the video packages that were
Yeah.
in. Which
Big E's,
People
I like
more
Big E
original.
though. Like face Big E's awesome, man.
Yeah,
like
yeah.
Big E's going far. I don't
he's
care.
got charisma.
Oh man, like
It's a burn.
just the little things he does are so good. Like he's gonna get so over.
But if you get booked with with this faction and
Yeah.
you don't get booked well like that,
I think they
that's gonna be bad
Yeah.
for him.
They should put them in suits like they were wearing in the promo. They should get the choir behind them as well. Get them to come out. That'd be sick. Like every time they go to the ring.
Quiet.
Yeah.
Like,
That'd be a
get
bit
that
like
choir
it'd
to
be
come
like it'd just be like sort of like Christian version of Adam Rose.
Yeah.
But
Let's do that. I'd love
yeah,
let's
to see
all
it.
also in this was
talk-
Tyson
yeah.
Kidd and Cesaro as a tag team. Very random.
and
But very good wrestlers.
yeah, fair enough. I just thought like this is such a good way to fill up.
But it wasn't
like, a
delivered
Raw.
very well, was it?
No,
I don't think
it
that
it
good.
wasn't. And like the Usos one, and like it's just like, what's the point of the Usos? Like
Again,
Usos
that's
are like,
it.
yeah, Uso like I think
I loved Usos
yeah,
as well,
I
but
think-
give it to someone
yeah,
new.
it should have been a New Day or maybe even
Yeah,
Cesaro and
you'd
Tyson
think
Kidd.
they'd give it to a New Day coming off like them
Cesaro
video
and
packages.
Tyson Kidd would have been really good because like you've got like 3 heels in the ring then, and
With
then
Miz
just
start with,
missed out.
Yeah, I like that.
So yeah, the wrestling was pretty good, but it just wasn't really captivating.
They
This.
should bring back Kofi and R-Truth to tag team. I like them.
No.
Put them
No.
back in the
Generic black
fold.
guys, that's what they do with their team. Like.
Huh?
The 2 generic black guys, that's what WWE just.
Yeah,
You see
but
2 black
I
guys, pair them
They
together.
began.
I thought they were good though. I
They
like
then-
them together.
They then showed a promo which was quite funny where Eric Rowan did a Rubik's Cube in about 15
No,
seconds.
and the
Yeah.
guy
And
said he does
he's got an IQ of like 187. I like this. This is quite a funny gimmick. So
it's serious,
yeah,
but
Eric,
comedic
yeah,
as well
so
at the same time.
I guess what they're saying is he's like an anti-Forrest Gump in terms of like he's really clever, but he just like sort of
is
I
a
don't know.
monster.
Yeah, like
but
he's
there's
just, I don't
seriousness
know.
to it as well.
Yeah,
when he comes out there.
Yeah, and like he said like like the reason he tapped Big Show is because he was a bully. So it's obviously he's basically going to be like a bearded John Cena, but it's better than a non-bearded John Cena.
He also
Yeah.
plays classical guitar
Oh, nice.
and he collects wine, I believe. He
Lovely.
also mentioned. So he seems like a
yeah.
nice guy.
Be nice to
Very-
the big
Let's go on a date with
Very
this guy.
sophisticated
big-
guy, Eric Rowan.
This
Him
match,
and
just
Renee gonna get on.
this match between the Big Show and Eric Rowan was made, and
Oh.
it ended. It
Which I
ended,
predicted last
yeah,
week.
It ended in
Oh.
quite a funny botch
Now-
as well. What happens is like he attacks him with the stairs on the back, and then when he throws the stairs roll around, and the very corner on him just smacks Eric Rowan on the back of the head. And when he came out, he has this. Comes out late in the night. He's got a huge bump on his head.
Yeah, it was first time ever steel stairs
Now,
match. What do
remember-
you think of that stipulation?
Remember we
What's it
kept
called?
saying...
Steel stairs match.
Tables, ladders,
chairs, and
chairs.
stairs.
Yeah, and
They've
steel-
literally renamed the pay-per-view
Have
to
they
that, you know,
actually
on the
done that?
network. Yeah,
Yeah.
they've called it that. It goes
I
TLC
like
dot
that
dot
though.
and stairs.
I like that.
No,
Oh,
it's quite
pretty-
funny, yeah.
Yeah.
I did predict it to you, though, literally, that they have this match.
Yeah. I mean, I couldn't believe it. I thought you were joking,
I think
but
this will be
it's-
better than a chairs match, to say the least.
Yeah.
Well,
The chairs match is as bad as it gets. I think this has got to be better than a chairs match.
well, remember, like...
'Cause
we.
stairs are bigger weapon, isn't
Yeah.
it? I think you can do some good shit with that.
Well, remember, like... Well, in some ways, yeah, but the thing is, when you get hit with stairs, like, you don't, like, get straight back up. Like, it's, like, usually down for a bit. So I think it'll be quite a slow-paced match.
Yeah,
Well,
but it's
but
But
already
you're
gonna be-
expecting that anyway.
Yeah, with
Yeah.
these two. Well,
But another thing is, remember we kept saying, oh yeah, they're gonna have a new stipulation. Let's make a new stipulation.
and this is it.
Yeah, did anybody think this
Like
would be the
steel
new
stairs match?
stipulation? Yeah,
Stairs
good point.
match.
Punjabi prison match to a steel stairs match. That's what.
Yeah, this is probably the worst match on the card, I'd say. But
Yeah.
whatever. It's
Yeah,
got
I
a
still think
stipula- it's got a
I
stipulation
still
on
think
it.
it'll be all right. It'll be it won't be something. It's not. I'm not looking forward to it. I'm just not looking forward to it.
Yeah.
There
I
you
get
go.
you. I get you.
Fandango defeated Jack Swagger via forfeit. What happened there is the new and improved Fandango came out, and then Jack Swagger's music stopped, played again. It cut to the back, and Zeb Coulter's there holding his knee, going, "Someone attack me!"
Yeah.
And he pretty much, it was a bit weird. Fandango just gets off with whoever it is, Rosa Mendes.
Yeah, just
And just leaves with her, and then as he's leaving,
He's the real winner.
he's still by the ring actually, and
He's
Rusev
the
just
real
comes
world
out and they
champion.
just pass. You know, they're both heels, they don't care.
maybe he's going to
Yeah.
turn face and feud with Rusev and defeat the Streak.
And then Jack Swagger came out. Jack Swagger's quite over, isn't he? He really is. And
Well,
you
he
know
was
what,
a few
fair
months
enough.
ago, and his push just got halted, didn't it?
Fair enough, like.
And
you
he was
know.
put in the main event Survivor Series, but he was taken out of it as well, wasn't he? It's just stupid. But
It's very weird,
Why do
though.
you think they're revisiting this feud? Because remember these feuded a few months ago.
What, Rusev
Rusev and
and...
Swagger, yeah. What do you think of that? The way
I-
they just revisit it.
I think it's weird.
It's got the US
that-
title on the line. I guess that's probably why like they wanted to go for the anti-USA and the USA guy with the US title on the line. That's probably why. But I don't really like it when you revisit feuds after just a few months.
I don't even remember the last feud, so I don't mind.
No, the matches were alright.
Yeah, the matches are pretty good, man.
Yeah.
I just think it's weird that this...
I mean,
Remember the flag match?
This is
The SummerSlam, the
Yeah,
flag match?
no, I didn't really see any pay-per-views over the summer.
Yeah, so that's when they feuded summertime.
Yeah, I mean, it's TLC, and it's that last pay-per-view of the year. The card's always full of just a couple of matches that you don't really like starting building feuds till the night after, do they?
They're
So,
just there, like they
yeah.
probably put two competitors. They're gonna have a good match.
Yeah,
It's
like
more
Survivor Series ties up the year more because it's such a big.
it's
pay-per-view.
more wrestling based than storyline based, isn't it?
Yeah, that which is it's a nice change, and it's got a lot. You know, 'cause they put a lot because they don't base too much on storyline. That's why they put all the stipulation matches in. So as an actual pay per view, it's really fun to watch. It's probably better than probably every year. It's better than you expect because there's not too much hype to it. And in fairness, they are hyping it a bit more this year. Like the way they've made the match has been really clever. Like
Well, on the Survivor Series, they made the main event.
but
Probably
the way like they've not really built them on feuds too much. Like Cena Rollins is gonna be a really good match, and there's not really
Feud's
any
not
reason
there.
for the match to happen apart from because the anonymous GM said. But like,
But
that works.
it makes sense though.
Yeah,
That's
that
what the
does
thing.
make-
Like
yeah.
they're doing matches that make sense, even though
yeah,
they're not
yeah.
necessarily getting built
and
up.
they're probably at the night after. I don't think many of the feuds will continue.
No, I don't.
I could see the justification for the Cena Rollins.
Oh no, I'm not saying there's no justification.
Yeah.
I'm just
It's just
saying there's
there's
it's
a
not
little bit
it's
of a
not
feud.
going to be like they're not going to have a match at the Royal Rumble
No.
or you know it's just
one
it's just
month
a
thing,
bit of
isn't it?
filler, isn't it?
Yeah,
But
yeah.
it's good filler.
Yeah.
Moving on, WWE Tag Team Champion Damien Mizdow defeated Fernando.
Fernando.
This was a good match.
Fernando.
This was
Was
good.
it? Great match.
Out of the Los Matadors.
Yeah.
Did he wrestle him twice? Were they in
Oh,
the,
they mustn't have
They
been.
weren't
in
in
were
it.
they not in the
They were
Rumble?
the tag teams.
no.
I think I fell asleep at this point.
No.
Yeah.
Which one's Fernando?
Like
Is
usual.
it Primo or Epico?
Lad, I have no idea.
I don't know.
Yeah.
I didn't
I
know
don't
who
think they've ever
Fernando was
revealed
until-
that. Like which
Yeah.
one's which?
This
Fernando's an
was just a
episode.
decent match, really. It was just a little short match, and
Random. Very random.
yeah. But I mean, the ending of it was
At least they
absolutely awesome.
showcased Mizdow.
Yeah, the
the
end.
match.
Yeah, because beforehand, basically what happened, the Miz gave Jimmy Uso's wife his number. Said to, no, because he said he had an agent that for her to call
Yeah,
Hollywood.
it's a total diva storyline.
Yeah, it's totally. And it, but like,
Oh yeah, I
right,
remember that. Yeah, I was,
and
I was
then
awake.
so the Miz is on commentary for this match, and like Jimmy Uso just literally walks down the ramp, like at this point, and
Smacks him
like, it's a stiff punch. Like it's not
I
well.
thought he hit him.
It's not open handed, put it that way. But like and the Miz sells it absolutely great, doesn't he? Like he goes down and he looks like genuinely scared, and it really bumps it,
Yeah,
makes
it's
their
making
match.
that match a bit
Yeah,
more
it's like
interesting.
fair play to
yeah.
and I know Louis hates the Miz, but even you got to say fair play. He's doing a good job at the moment, isn't he? With
This
Mizdow?
is
The
the
thing
best.
about The Miz-
I think he's in the best place now he's ever been in terms of
likability as well.
ability, and that's where he deserves to be, and that's not a bad thing.
Likability as well, though.
Yeah.
People probably actually like him a bit more.
Overness as well.
Yeah.
Well, the thing about them is I think I said this in your house the other day. He's like the One Direction of music. He's like, I never bothered to
One
find
Direction
out.
of wrestling.
Yeah, the One Direction of wrestling, because like I've never bothered to find out if One Direction have got good music. Just the thought of them turns me off. It's like Miz. I've never bothered to like notice his in-ring work because the thought of him turns me off. And if he could be likable, maybe
he
he'll
is a
be-
bit cringy, but
Yeah, I mean,
his acting.
this whole segment was really good because like he hits him.
He's
like,
the next Ric Flair.
and Jimmy Uso actually does this really well. He hits him on his mic side, so like it makes a huge thud and like, you know, when Miz goes down, it pans to the camera and Miz is in bits on the floor, just like apologising to him, and you know, total diva storyline, but it builds it up and it builds the match up.
It was actually good acting as well.
Yeah, like Jimmy Uso as well. He looked like it's the first time you've seen Jimmy Uso get like really, yeah.
So adds a bit of intrigue to this match, and who knows, maybe the feud might continue after TLC.
Possibly.
But by
Bray
the way,
Wyatt, go on.
in a tag team turnbuckle, did we miss out the fact that Bunny and Adam Rose are in it?
Ah,
they were
in
in it,
it.
weren't they?
We missed out a couple of people who were in it, but like,
They were in it.
Jesus.
They were
Well,
in it to start with.
They're in
It would've been-
contention for tag titles.
well, yeah.
They
but
can't fight
I
for
mean, they're still
contention.
teasing who the bunny is. Like, I'm
Yeah.
not interested anymore. Like, I wanted to know.
No,
like,
they were in last, remember? And I thought they were going to win.
Yeah, you thought
Now
they
I
were gonna
remember,
win,
I honestly
yeah.
thought they were going to win and do that match. That
That
would have been too much comedy.
yeah, like missed out west because it's like dry humor.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The bunny, like,
That's kid
it
humor.
only
innit?
would have been good if it was someone like Sami Zayn in the
Yeah.
you know, the bunny suit, and they'd reveal
debut
themselves
and
then.
stuff.
Ken Shamrock.
That would be sick.
Ken
Ken
Shamrock.
Shamrock comes out and just literally hard, like,
Yeah.
stiff punches everyone and gets off.
Him versus Brock's the WrestleMania main event.
Yeah.
That would be so. That would
That'd
be.
be
I'd
brilliant.
pay some good money.
That
to watch
gets so many buys, you
Yeah.
know.
Yeah.
UFC promoter. So next up we have Bray Wyatt against squashing R-Truth. No, I've always liked R-Truth, man.
R-Truth got a bit of offense in it. It was really weird. Like,
Yeah.
Bray was selling like a lot of the time in this match.
Yeah, but like I agree, but it really made Bray sort of look quite good when he just at the end, you know, just battered him, didn't he? Just
Yeah, sure.
it was good. Good little match. Bray, I don't know what's. We'll talk about Bray Wyatt. I want to talk about Bray Wyatt in a bit. So you know, it's a difficult one.
I thought that R-Truth should be a New Day, Ray, rather than Kofi.
No, lad, R-Truth should be fired.
I like R-Truth.
He's garbage.
I like R-Truth.
He's awful.
I like it.
He got put in the main event against John Cena
Yeah.
last year and fucked his chance because the match was so bad. Like, he might be good at cutting promos and stuff, but
Yeah.
he's not good in the ring. He's not.
He's alright in the ring.
athletic and does flashy moves. He
Yeah.
doesn't know how to construct a match. He doesn't know
Yeah.
how to work the crowd.
But that's why he
I've
should
watched
be.
him long enough. He doesn't.
That's why he should be in a stable, so he doesn't need to carry like
Because
a one-on-one match.
he does have. He's funny. He's
Yeah.
so funny on the mic at times.
Yeah. I remember when
Um,
he first came out and he was going, "What's up?" I was pumped when he came from New
when
Orleans.
he
No,
when
I
he
hated that
turned,
gimmick.
man, when he turned, his old
No,
little Jimmy thing was awesome.
That was awesome.
That's
Yeah,
what
I liked that as well, yeah.
That's why I think he's got enough charisma
The
where
conspiracy
he can,
thing.
you know, like he's enough charisma where he can
Yeah.
be in the mid card or a tag team or something like that. His tag team.
I
with
just think
Kofi
his
was
time
pretty
has
good.
passed. He's old as well.
Yeah,
now,
that is
so.
true. Yeah, I wouldn't be gutted if he left. I'd put it that way. But like, I'd like to see him stay on for a little bit. AJ Lee and Naomi defeated the Bella Twins. Yeah, Divas match.
Blah,
What
blah,
is
blah.
going on with the Bella Twins? Are they okay now? So
Who knows? I
Yeah,
don't-
they're mates
I-
again now,
Are
lad.
It makes zero sense, but I'm not getting into this again because
Yeah.
I'm sure we touched upon it the past 2-3 weeks.
Hey, touching upon the Bella's gun.
That'd be great.
Yeah, and then in the main event, John Cena, Ziggler, and Ryback defeated Rollins, Kane, and Luke Harper. Pretty good match. It was just one of them, wasn't it? It was just, you know, it was a standard tag team
Standard
main event.
WWE Raw main event, 6-man tag. Like.
Yeah, 6-man tag. It was a good match, full of spots. That, you know, because the heels were really like got their thing at the start. The faces got theirs at the end.
Yeah, basically it was just the same segment at the end than it was at the start, but
Yeah.
the faces came out on top at the end
Yeah.
instead. Was that at the end? Did it just end on them?
That was pretty much it.
Yeah, it just ended with them celebrating.
Yeah,
It was a bit
because
of a-
because they showed that, and then they were teasing the podcast more than anything,
yeah,
weren't
that's
they?
right.
But yeah, we'll play some music now.
Yeah.
Anyone got any suggestions?
No.
Jeff Hardy's theme.
Yeah.
There's always a good theme. This was back when Jeff Hardy was fighting
Oh,
for the
I think
world
any
heavyweight
rest-
title.
We've played
This
Fandango's
one.
song before, have we?
No, we haven't.
Right, we'll talk about Vince McMahon Stone Cold podcast. We'll go
Next.
back.
This is Jeff Hardy. No
No
more
more
words.
words by End Ever After.